Is this what my head looks like? Kind of look like a pineapple. Hey guys, so sorry I missed last week. I was not feeling so well and I'm just now recovering. Sorry about that, but today I wanted to talk to you guys about something that I experienced while I was living in Korea. I stumbled upon this article on Gaijinpot. The article is titled "An Asian Foreigner in Japan," and it reminded me of my experience that I had while I was in Korea. Not necessarily always bad things, but just it's different when you are Asian in Asia, but you weren't born and raised there. So if you are the obvious foreigner, someone who is not Asian, does not look Asian, then you are definitely gonna get some unwanted attention. It's gonna be very obvious. People may stare at you. They might even yell some random English at you just because they think it's funny. Sometimes it's funny, sometimes it's gross. Other times it's just extremely rude and sometimes racist. But that's some of the drawbacks of, I guess, being the obvious foreigner in Asia. But I want to talk about some of the experiences that I had being an Asian foreigner in Korea. Now, before I get started, I just want to let you know that this is not how all Koreans feel and think. If it comes off bad, I'm just sharing my experiences with you guys. So please do not take this the wrong way. Some of the good points about being Asian in Asia is that you just fly right under the radar. Nobody notices you, nobody pays you any mind, you don't get harassed on the subway or on the streets. You just go about your day and mind your own business and it's all good, which is great. One example is when I stayed at my apartment, the landlady specifically said that she felt more comfortable housing me or having me living in her building because I was Asian and I spoke some Korean, and she just felt more comfortable with that and that she could at least communicate with me in some way. So some people might find it easier to approach you. Some of the not so good points of being an Asian foreigner in Asia is they assume that you are good at Korean or their language. They might have assumed that I was just Korean and that I could speak Korean, and then when they found out that I wasn't Korean, they continued to speak to me when I was in a group of the obvious foreigners. And so at times it was like on me to take care of the group and try to figure out what it is that we were doing. And so I found that to be kind of like a burden. Even though there were times when my friends who could speak Korean would go up to order something, and so they would say exactly what they needed to order in perfectly fine Korean, but the cashier or the worker would look at me like I'm standing behind my friend, like kind of at a distance, and they would look at me like, hey, your friend is ordering something, I don't know what they're saying, it sounds Korean, I'm not sure, I don't know. Other times it was the complete opposite. I got told a few times that my English was pretty good for an Asian, and then I had to explain to them that I am from the States, and then I had to explain to them that my parents are both from Laos, and I had to explain to them that my parents migrated from Laos to the States and I was born in the States, so I am American, and so I also speak English because I was born and raised here. So that whole process I had to do quite often. There were times when I would go out with my friends who were Caucasian and they would get kind of special treatment, special service. We were out somewhere after having a few drinks and there was one of those free hug sessions where there were just, free hugs, be kind to one another kind of thing. And they all wanted to hug the white foreigners for some reason when we walked up, but nobody wanted to hug me. So I was just kind of like, oh, okay, I get it, that's cool. Whatever, do you, I do me. But there were other times when we would go out to eat and sometimes they were given like free service, as it's called in Korean, which is really just something small, like given free Coke or Sprite or extra of something, and they would skip me, and I was just thinking, hey, I like free stuff too. I am also a foreigner. Would you like to see my alien registration? Which would have gotten weird if I actually did that. But usually I was just kind of like, oh, okay, that's cool, you got free stuff. Oh, okay. I'm not jealous. My feelings were hurt because I didn't get free stuff. I want free stuff. So I made this video to share my experiences that I had being an Asian foreigner in Korea. I hope that I was able to help some of you guys maybe prepare some of you guys if you are going. If you found this video helpful, or if you just enjoyed the video looking at my face, please hit that like button. And if you want to see more of my videos, please check out my channel, hit the subscribe button. I am also on Instagram and Snapchat if you would like to follow me. And I will see you guys later. Goodbye.